Hello and welcome back to Lunatic Gaming, where you gotta be crazy to be this bad. Alright, so last time we did the quest line for the orcs, and then I believe I chose the merchant's quest in our main quest, which is why we are now doing an offer from the Zion League. Or Zion. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. You have something to say. If you intend on making excuses for Bobby Lauren, I'm not interested. If you have something to say, come find me later.
Jordy,
I have something to say.
there must be something in his heart.
You haven't gone shy because of this, have you? Or you just have a soft spot when it comes to a gorgeous woman? Anyways, you're going to need to find a way to talk to her. Come to think of it, I heard she recently ordered some jewelry in Heido. Let's go there and tell them that you're there to pick up the item and request from Isabel. How does he know this? You do this and hand the item over to Isabel. She'll be interested in talking with you. How do I know? Because I know everything. I wonder if you can read minds. What? You're here to pick up the jewelry for someone else? Sorry, but that sounds a bit suspicious.
All the gemstones that I carry have that much value.
I hope you understand why I'm being so careful. There are plenty of thieves that happily steal from me by claiming to collect items on behalf of others. The item of concern also happens to be extremely valuable. Orders for jewel crafting are on principle supposed to be kept secret. I guess if you can tell me who the original commissioner of the work is, you'll be able to prove that you are in fact representing that person. Considering the highly expensive nature of the gemstones, Dora Fonte is suspicious of those who come to collect such items at the behest of others. Since you know that the order for the gemstones was made privately, you disclose the name of the person who placed the order to Dora to dispel any doubts. Can I...
If you spend much time on foot, try a gemstone that makes you lighter.
I can say it's all that bad that many Californians come to Serendia. From a business standpoint, they're a good customer base. Isabel is one of them. She recently ordered some very expensive jewelry. You know Isabel, right? She's quite famous around here for being the daughter of the Calphion Money Exchange Director. Could you tell her their jewelry is ready?
There are ones that increase your luck.
Wait, what was the point of that? I'm just going back to the same girl. So is that like 2 quests in 1 stone? I want to say Cliff. Please forgive my suspicion. You can never be too careful when the item is of high quality.
You can make a
Rich people in high
lightweight
places
plume
are
by
just different
processing
in every
cuckoo
way,
bird
huh?
plume.
Understand how they can trust others to collect such an item on their behalf without coming themselves.
I could be the most attentive mother ever. If only Lara could open her
I left a
heart
note on the
bit.
receipt. Please deliver it with care. I guess your business here is done. Our business here is done. I don't believe I've ever seen you before. Is this your first time in Heido? If you ever find an interest in gem searchers, come visit me again. You've resolved doubts Dora Fonte may have had and managed to get your hands in the pouch of gemstones. Take the pouch to Isabel in Carotia, who is staying at the Golden Toad Inn.
Gemstones.
Alright!
Only hope of Heido?
Jean Merchant Guild would bring great profit to Heido as well.
I'll pick up the jewelry myself.
You can acquire anything you wish for in Calphion.
Find out that. How did you find out that I asked for jewelry? You hardly refined, but an interesting person nonetheless. Unorthodox method aside, I must say that it was interesting to say the least. Alright, I can take a minute to hear what you have to say. What is it you wish to tell me? Now that you have gone through all of that just to get my attention.
Why can't they understand that?
So you wish to know why I push her on Bobby Lauren? What a stupid question, let me ask you a question. There are those who provide loans based on mutual trust, but the loan will be paid back, and there are those who take such loans and refuse to pay. Who is the one at fault here? Isn't it clear as day? Why do you think the League of Merchants in Heido went on strike? It was all due to the incompetence of Bobby Lauren and the Grand Chamberlain Jordine. I don't know what Jordine is up to. However, I do know that the villagers are having a hard time because of high taxes, yet Bobby and Jordine somehow managed to turn the blame on us. And to talk of prosperity in Serendia, what a bunch of liars. Come to think of it, you're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you considered working for the Zayan League?
Jean Merchant Guild would bring great profit to Hydaelyn's wealth.
You have many matters in need of being taken care of. And hiring mercenaries in public will attract unwanted attention. I've also developed a certain liking for you and your subtle ways. If you want to help, talk to Povius. I'm actually getting sick of staying at this inn now.
Why can't they understand?
Isabel, who's in charge of collecting loans for the Giant League, explained that they were not to blame for the hardship to the townsfolk, but that it was Bobby Lauren and the Grand Chamberlain Jordine Dorcas who were to blame for levying high taxes. Isabel says that she'll employ you as a member of the Giant League to help uncover the truth, talk to Provius, and find out more. Alright.
Would bring great profit to Hydaelyn's
What
wealth.
the fuck are you
Why
wearing
can't they
next?
understand that?
What are you
Everybody
waiting?
just magistrate.
Are you with Bobby Lauren?
Isabel's right hand man.
There will be
Why are you
no
here, Sona?
forgiveness if you are rude to
Don't
his
try to get friendly with me because just talk to Lady Isabel. You'll have to prove your worth to earn our trust in the Giant League. I do, however, commend you for not being fooled with Bobby Lauren's plea. There's a fairly simple reason why Bobby Lauren's League of Merchants went on strike. It's because of Jordine, who is in essence controls Bobby Lauren, wants to levy high taxes. With the League of Merchants on strike, they'd have no reason to pay us back. What a fool Bobby Lauren is. This is clearly more than what you can grasp. Always better to show simpletons firsthand than try to explain the details. You'll find Eastern Gateway after crossing the river, heading further south. A group of farmers that have formed a rebel group there under the leadership of Al Rundi, who have had enough of high taxes. Talk to Rolnai, who's the supporter of the rebels. What you do is next is for you to decide. Okay, I guess we're going there. Here's my horse. Yes, I'm Rolnai and you're an adventurer. Ah, the Zayan League sent you. Is it your first time here? Yes, it is, good sir.
Of an old friend of mine for a moment.
The embroiled agent. Yet it is all true. Yes, it is all true. This is where the rebellion has begun. Now, on second thought, the better term would have been revolution. Huh. Seriously wonder what they're up to. They're taking out loans from Calphion while exploiting the villagers with high taxes. Bobby Lauren and Jordine Dukius won't understand why Arundi and the rebels are standing up to them. I hate to say this, but we've lost faith in Hydo. Why don't you talk to Captain Tito, the man they dispatched from Hydo? You might be willing to lend an ear to someone who's part of a well-respected organization such as the Zayan League. My only wish is for them to leave us alone and take an interest in bettering the livelihoods of the people. Sounds fair?
Al Rundi. Never actually started a rebellion.
anymore. There's no need to be lenient on the ones who betrayed their own country. Isn't that right?
or not, you're just full of crap. Why do you stick your nose in things not of your concern? That is correct. I am Hervano Tito, the captain of the guards here. How good of a giant merchant to finally make your way here. So you say Grand Chamberlain Jordine is imposing high taxes to exploit the villagers of Hydo. They really believe in that nonsense. The Giant League is actually to blame for sowing the seeds of antipathy and confusion to divide and pressure us into coughing up our silver. Those who have chosen to rebel are far and few, and I would assume that most of them aren't high in the head. How funny of the Giant League to have come all this way when everyone knows their only concerns involve money. It makes me wonder, it makes me but wonder whether you're with Elrond and the rebels as well. If you don't want to get hurt, I suggest that you stay out of this like an outsider should, or do you plan on running along to Isabel to tattletale what you heard like a child?
Alrundi. Having no flexibility
This
is
is an interesting turn of events. The rebellion didn't have happened without any reason. What do you think? Well, humans surely are complex creatures. To speak of the devil, it looks like the heroine of the hour has arrived. I mean, Isabel is here. Let's see what she has to say. Why don't you go talk to her? Okay, let's go talk to Isabel. Where the hell is she?
Let's get
See, you have
this
arrived
over with
before me.
quickly
Diligence
so
is
we can
important.
leave. You call this a gateway?
I think
Look
I
at
understand
this
what's going on
crude
now. We
design.
have Hirvana to the side of the Saren why the rebels have taken up arms. You've heard the name Alrundi, right? He's the leader of the rebels, and we're also supporting him. Yes, I can see you're confused. Do you want to know why the Giant League of Hydo supports the rebels? You didn't know. You don't need to worry about it for now. I'm sure you'll get to figure it out soon. Something obviously wrong with Alrundi, though. We've received reports that Alrundi has gone insane and has even had strange bouts of talking nonsense. Something has definitely happened to Alrundi, that much is certain. It's a secret, but us investors in Alrundi ourselves, we need to get the as investors in Alrundi ourselves, we need to get to the bottom of this. With the exception of the rebel leadership, most of the rebels themselves are unaware of this. You have to force your way through the rebels to meet with Alrundi. They wouldn't hesitate to attack me if I chose to go. Knowing this, you should disguise yourself as a mercenary from Hydo. Crush anyone who stands before you in the name of Hydo. Dude, you're playing fucking politics, mom.
It's about getting things done.
Mother thumper. Get a gear, get...
Yeah!
What else could we do? They don't know that the Giant League is actually supporting them. It's not like we can beg them to believe us. It's a fairly large group of rules, by the way, if you ask me. The situation will only worsen if you continue to fight the rebels, although I don't mind doing things this way. There are important things at hand. Finding out where Alrundi is. Why don't we destroy the Watchtower and fight to get his attention? probably the only ones that still trying to resolve the matters peacefully even after having treated with such disdain. Okay. Look over there, there's a scout hiding over there. Look carefully, you can't see him. What?
Yep. Yep.
Oh my lord, I'm so bad at this. Okay. There was a fucking ladder. What the fuck? Quiet, please. We're gonna get in trouble if we get caught.
Do you really believe everyone is on your side? Never expected one of your followers would poison the well, did you?
No, it can't be.
Still don't understand, my old friend? Why do you think I would come in here unhindered?
Must have been taken in by your vile trickery. Havano, you will be cursed forever with this power.
Damn it!
I'm muttering something to a black stone and suddenly he was engulfed by a fog of darkness. It's been only rampage, killing anything and everything is fast. I've been hiding everywhere because I'm good at dead if I get caught. I saw Alrundi leave the castle ruins and disappear into the forest. I swear he didn't even look like a human. The mere thought of it sends shivers down my spine. To maintain a sense of self-loving something, we become part of it. Anyhow, we need to find a way to talk to her. I don't think this is something that can be resolved by exchanging words. Checking off this various part of my disguise. I'll look around this area some more. Get towards the gateway. If you're going there, please tell Tito about the situation. Oh, and I'm a bit embarrassed to ask, but could you help me secure an escape route? What's up there? Oh yeah, it's where... Oh, Get it on. Feels as if I woke from a terrible nightmare. Please tell me, did I really do all of this? A bounty or what? You say the Xehan League sent you here?
The imminent darkness.
Scale of justice. Jordan and Bobby Lar must be removed from their positions of power. All of this I'm doing is for the people of Eldon. Do you know the burden I bear? The hopes of all the farmers rest on my shoulders. I am ashamed to admit that sometimes the dark energy consumes my consciousness. Yet I cannot simply end this revolution, no matter what you Xehan League folks have in mind. On the matter of Hirvano Tito, one of my men saw him talking to Bobby Lauren. Quite certain that Tito has something in his possessions that will prove this. The truth about Bobby Lauren and the Grand Chamberlain, Jordan Dulcus, on how they were imposing high taxes on villagers and spoke of a need for the removal of their power. In addition, one of Alrundi's henchmen spoke of Hirvano Tito and Bobby Lauren plotting secrecy. Inform Isabel about your findings.
Although I was liberated from the madness
My resolve remains
of
as
the
strong.
dark energy, my resolve remains the same.
Oh, cool. Okay. My resolve remains strong as ever, regardless of whether I'm truly free of the black energy. My forces and I shall continue on with our great revolution to seek justice who believe it. I do not feel as if I'm completely free from that black energy, though. I sense that day will come when I shall again find myself consumed with the darkness. When the day comes, I shall need your help once more. The darkness that has befallen shall sign over the darkness that lingers over Hykel.
Jordan, your days are
What a fool that Bobby Lauren is, a fool blinded by ambition who abandoned his duties to his own villagers.
You call this a gateway?
Message from Bobby
Look at this
Lauren. Around has
crude
done well, and of
design.
course we're pleased with your work as well. We plan to continue our support for the rebels. I hope you will help us call Arundi again, should the need arise. On the other hand, what the soldier said is intriguing. Bobby Lauren traveled all this way to have a conversation with Hirvano Tito. I told Publius to inform the Calfian Parliament on the matter. We need to question Jordi, the Grand Chamberlain, and his pawn Bobby Lauren directly. But before that, if he's working with Tito, Bobby may have left something with him. Check his position, but be discreet about it. There must be something in Tito's back pocket. Sprinkle some dried fireflake flowers root powder near Tito. Once he's affected by it, you know what to do, right? Please make haste. This will be such a sight to behold, and I don't want to wait too long.
It's about getting things done properly and in a timely manner.
Hear my name, Tito! There's no need to be lenient on the ones who betrayed their own country. Isn't that right? Told you to surrender, Alrundi.
Just keep your nose out of my business and shoot. Now get along.
Told you to surrender, Alrundi.
Can you tell Tito looks like he could use a vacation? Please do me a favor since you're close with him.
You rebels! I'll make you weep when you hear my name, Tito! Told you to surrender, Alrundi. I can't take responsibility anymore.
We want to read what's inside. Where'd it go? If you have the document, you can steal again from Havana.
Wrong.
It tells me previous
Calpheon
one
is
the
not
dexterity of yours is quite
responsible for
useful
Heidel's
to say the
well-being.
least. Now show
It
me
is
what
not
you have.
our fault the citizens of Heidel are experiencing difficulties.
Romana Tito from Bobby Lauren. I received word that you've encountered fierce resistance against attacks. You must remember, however, that all of this is for a greater cause. That nuisance Arani seems to be inciting the Flammers. You must purge the seeds of rebellion before it grows out of control. You must make an example out of any who dare to help the rebels. There will be less resistance against attacks once you manage to fill the hearts and minds of the villagers with fear. Always remember, history smiles upon the victors. Victory, however, will require large sums of money. Understand that you're in a difficult position at the moment, but please do not forget that this order comes directly from Sir Jordain. I have every faith in your ability to handle it well.
Let's get this over with quickly so we can leave.
We have 3 more quests.
You call this
Hostile
a
pursuit.
gateway?
They
Look at
dare
this
sanction
crude
the use of
design.
force to purge the
Unacceptable.
rebels who once were their citizens. The Grand Chamberlain of Heidel and his henchmen, the head of the Merchants Guild, surely do seem to be men of extraordinary virtue. How ironic is it that the head of the Merchants Guild would personally make rounds to collect taxes? I don't believe he'd do such a thing if there weren't something to personally gain from all of it. He must be hiding something. We must return immediately to further question Bobby Lauren.
It's about
I
getting things
I
done
concur.
properly and in a
Time to put Bobby Lauren's ass in jail.
The only hope of Heidel? Isabel won't be holding
This,
her
I have
head
no
high for
idea
long.
what this is. How long do you plan on accusing us?
Those scoundrels.
Serves are almost loyal to help you recognize my devotion someday. An obvious stubbornness. I'm not being blindly stubborn. This is an insult to the Grand Chamberlain, Tito, and myself.
There are reasons why I borrowed money from Calpheon.
As ever, trying to get away again. I believe you have enough money to pay us back by now.
Calpheon.
Was exploiting the villagers not enough? Going to brutally suppress the revolutionaries like that? Do you really think that you have the right to criticize us Calpheonians acting like innocent victims?
It's not
I've
over
never
yet.
exploited the villagers.
Jordain
Tax
will
collecting
definitely
is
solve the
legitimate
problem.
practice. Since when did Calpheon become an apostle of justice? This is not considered exploitation, then neither is Heidel's tribute to Calpheon. The people of Serendia would be outraged if they saw this instruction were wrote. There will be an uprising in the whole region, and Heidel will be thrown into great disorder.
Isabel won't be
I
holding
told
her
you that
head
the
high for
document is
long.
being used to frame me. If you intend to threaten me with such nonsense, give up now before you embarrass yourself.
Isabel won't be holding your head high for long.
The villagers' uprising will have already occurred by the time we determine whether this document is false or not.
Isabel won't be
How
holding
naive of you, Bobby Lauren. The Grand Chamberlain is... Okay.
those scoundrels. Isabel won't be holding your head high for long. Is Sir Jordain the only hope of Heidel?
We'll have to confess once you show the document.
Jordain. There must be something he's hiding.
She's supposed to repay Bobby Lauren's debt to her guild instead of him. Did she change her mind?
Jean Richard Guild would bring great profit to Heidel as well.
Says Heidel's head of the League of Merchants has to repay his loan from Ralph. He has to ask you to ask Grace Lauren, Bobby Lauren's relative at the Valley Lily Inn, to repay the loan instead of him.
Great profit to Heidel as well. Why can't they listen?
I intend to teach them a lesson for underestimating the Giant League and the Incarosha family. I hope I'm saying it right. But first I, Isabel, wish to thank you for your work. You have been great help to us. There's something I need you to do. Don't worry about Bobby Lauren for now. I'll handle him from here on out. Pulvius will provide you with more details on your assignment. I hope you don't think that we're done here. Your work really begins now. Hold on. Okay, it's the
No
last
matter how many
quest.
times I go over it, I can't understand.
Work hard as your reputation grows, so will the treatment you receive from the Republic of Calpheon. You're no longer a stranger now, but a proper member of the Giant League. I bid you good luck.
You can acquire
Hey.
anything you wish for in Calpheon.
What are you
Came
waiting
to handling the rebels. Don't
Are
force
you
anything
with
that has
Bobby
nothing worth
Lauren?
worrying about, though.
There will be no forgiveness if you are rude.
Alright,
Jean
so
Richard
that was
Gere
the
would
next
bring
quest
great
line.
harm to
The
Hyrule.
first of the quest lines from the Merchant's Guild. We found out Bobby Lauren and Jordine are conspiring, but so is the Jin Merchants League. They're fucking making their rebellion, and then when we got sent to find Alrundi, we were told to kill in the name of Heido, which is odd. So before I end this, we're gonna go find Bobby Lauren's relative. A lot of people.
The past is not like the future.
I'm Grace,
Oh, she's
in
pretty
charge
hot.
of the League of Merchants in Heidel. It's pleasant to meet you.
Hope not.
I'll have to greet
Isabel
you
from the
despite the
Merchant
messy
Guild, she's
look.
going to take care of
Pleasant
this
to
for
meet
herself
you.
now.
Valley Lily. It soothed the exhausted heart.
Welcome to Heido. If you want to stay here, you should know two symbols. Although we lost the latest war against Calpheon, there have been moments of glorious charm from the past. The first symbol is the statue of the plaza that was created when we defeated the first invasion of Calpheon. The second symbol is the Valley Lily, which is considered to be a sign of good news to come. It's also the name of this inn.
I will never let Calpheon take this inn away.
She's confidently asking me to repay for Bobby's loan just because I'm his relative. That might work in Calpheon, but not here. This is Heido. Isabel has to first realize how Calpheonians are treated here. Grace Lawrence says that she has a responsibility to pay for the idiotic Bobby Lawrence loan. Considering it's his own problem, she also said Bobby Lawrence is a little dim in politics. She insisted that Isabel must know about the situation in Heido.
Golden Toadian has already been taken by Jean.
Well, okay, I guess that's the end for now. I'm gonna do the next quest probably tomorrow, if I have the time after work. If anyone's watching this, thank you for watching. See ya.